Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Teleislas News with the most important news of the day. A new batch of vaccines arrived yesterday in the archipelago to continue with the national vaccine plan.
The Ministry of Health ordered the distribution of 920,615 doses of Sinovac vaccine, of which 776 biologicals arrive in the archipelago to continue the vaccination process in the islands. The Ministry of Health specified which population will benefit from this new batch of vaccines.
Well, the department had received before a vaccine against COVID. We received 44, that was for the health line, the functionaries from the health line. We received also 70 doses for the adult them from 80 years up, and also we received again 222 doses to continue with the workers from the health line. But recently we had received 776 doses, that is for adults from 80 years go up. We received them yesterday, is from the Sinovac, and these are assigned by the Ministry of Health. Today it is programmed that the hospital vaccinate around 100 persons, that is programmed. Let's hope we can reach that goal today for the adult from 80 years up. And then they will continue during this week and maybe next week to see if we can reach the goal, that is the 776 doses that reached here yesterday.
Part of this batch of vaccines that just arrived to the island will also be supplied to the elderly people linked to military forces.
This March 10, the initiative Porque Quiero Estar Bien came to San Andres, a campaign that aims to promote self-care against COVID-19.
Hello to everyone and welcome to Teleislas News. I say hello from here from our international airport in our department, because from this point this morning the campaign Porque Quiero Estar Bien start. A campaign where we generate and we incentivize all the people who visit us and also all the people from our department to go ahead, mind themselves against the COVID-19, go ahead use them masks, go ahead wash them hands. This campaign starts through the foundation them Santo Domingo, through the government and also through Pro Archipelago. This is what they tell us this morning in a press conference.
On behalf of the departmental government and its entire cabinet, here are our colleagues presenting to the entire government. We want to express our gratitude to the Santo Domingo Foundation for this campaign called Porque Quiero Estar Bien, which translates because we want to be well. It is important to highlight it, since we are in a historic moment of the island. We are in full economic recovery as well, you know.
There are three measures. Let's wash our hands, let's respect the social distancing, and let's put on our masks. In this important moment for the country, we offer a message of hope for life and economic reactivation with health.
Thanks to this campaign, more than 50,000 people in our department go and get different masks. They also got different pedagogical activities to incentivize the self-care. This is all the information we report from here, from the town of the island. Continue Lisa in the studio.
And in other news, the body of Luciano Pusey McLaughlin was found lifeless yesterday in the Sun Bay sector. A man in his 50s known in the neighborhood as Snipey.
Hello Lisa, good afternoon. Well, at the age of 53, Luciano Pusey McLaughlin died in the sector of Sun Bay. He was found yesterday by one of his sisters in his home without life. Sad and heartbroken are the family for the loss of their loved one. As a humble man, they remember him.
My brother, well, the uncle, cousin, neighbor, the person we always jokeify, does they be happy always, person you could get anything from as long as him got it, if it's a coconut, a mango, well anything when reap, if it's a go bush and get and things he would share with you. That person where all the time, that free-handed person, well a workful person. And a great brother in general. Is really a sad situation today the family they face. And
Luciano Pusey had alcohol addiction issue. Still, his family did what they could to help him overcome this problem.
Always when they try, you have to say, help him. I mean to say, a person, as long as they're living, they got hopes, and as long as they got who help them and stretch their hand, at least they will get better opportunity. So well, always the family willing to help him, stretch your hand, but sometimes circumstances, system, environment, lot of things that attack a person maybe no make you that say can't help them and they would have received the help as they would have want.
Snipey was a native man well known by selling mangoes and coconuts in this sector. This is all information. Lisa, continue in studio with the most relevant information of the day.
The causes of the death of Luciano Pusey McLaughlin are still unknown. Peace in his grave. And as we continue with more news for the senior adults who have not yet claimed their February subsidies, the Secretary of Social Development is informing that it will be available until March 12th. The coordinator of the Office for the Attention to Senior Citizens expand on this information.
Senior adults will be able to claim their subsidies through the usual authorized channels of effective. On the other hand, payments for the month of March will be available until the end of this month.
The Secretary of Social Development informed the beneficiaries of the Colombia Mayor program that had not collected the aid of the month of February that this would be available until the 12th of March. Surely the payment of the month of March will be available in the last part of this month.
The official informed that if any beneficiary has problem with the payment of their subsidy, they can approach the Social Development Office to file a complaint.
Now let's go to no other facts that are making news in our flash news sections of today.
The National Navy, in partnership with the Air Force, Police and Army, supported the initiative of Cine Colombia through its program Ruta 90, with which they bring mobile film screenings to the most vulnerable and remote areas of the country. This time, the inhabitants of Old Providence and Santa Catalina during this week will enjoy screenings of big blockbuster movies for the enjoyment and entertainment of children and adolescents of the municipality. This is to seek to provide spaces for healthy entertainment to the islanders affected by Hurricanes Eta and Iota. The Citizen Prevention Group of the National Police, accompanied by the Departmental Police Commander, Maria Elena Gomez, arrived at the sector of Brooks Hill with the support of Poro Archipelago and the departmental government to deliver groceries to the inhabitants of the place affected by the pandemic of COVID-19 and the passage of hurricanes. On March 26 at 9 a.m., the departmental government will be rendering an accountability report for the 2020 fiscal year. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the event will be held with a controlled capacity of the public. For this reason, those who wish to know the expenses of the local government will be able to follow the event through the regional channel Teleislas and the government institutional page on Facebook.
Regarding the elections for the Community Action Board that were to be held last year, the Secretary of Government informed that they will be held this April 25th.
New election will be held in the neighborhood to elect the representatives that are leading them in all matters that have to do with the community and its needs. Teleislas News talked to the coordinator of that area.
Las elecciones eran en el 2020 por cuestiones de pandemia.
The elections were to be held in 2020, but due to the pandemic, they were postponed to 2021, exactly on April 25th. We have the new elections of the 51 boards that are attached to the department with legal status.
On the other hand, the president of the Juntas gave indicators to be taken into account for the election.
Estamos visitando los barrios para informarle a los afiliados.
We are visiting the neighborhoods to inform the affiliates and the dignitaries about the procedure to be carried out, which is the extraordinary assembly meeting for the selection or election of the Tribunal of Guarantees, where there are 3 persons that should not be dignitaries, nor should they aspire to be, since they will be the judges of the election. Said tribunal must be constituted at least 15 working days before the elections. It is also valid to clarify that any person older than 14 years of age may become a member by attaching his/her identity card.
Extendiéndole una invitación a todos nuestros.
Extending an invitation to all our neighbors to participate in the elections to be held on April 25th, and to the voters to look at the profile of their leaders, that they have time, which is very important, that they are passionate and like community work.
Finally, the president of the CAB of the Barrio Obrero extended an invitation to the community to join the elections.